it's not on video.
Here we go. All right. So last time you were here, we recall that you wanted to play cribbage or go over how to play cribbage. Okay. So we are setting up this instructional video just for you. I'm Mom. This is Daddy, Cribbage Daddy.
AKA Cribbage Daddy. My name is Bob. I am the reluctant actor. She's the director and actor.
Okay.
Just so you got it.
All right. Now, here's the object of the game for 2 players, but 3 and 4 and even 5 players can play, which we will send you along a really good link that Dad found. Now, each player will pick a color peg. The pegs are in the bottom of the board, as you probably already recall. And here we go. And then I always let Dad pick out the color he wants, even though I have a color I prefer.
Red.
Really? I thought you liked blue. Yep, he's going with red. And I'm going with my favorite color, green. And you just put them in the start position.
It's not lime green, though, sir.
No, it's not lime green, Sarah. Okay. Now, the first player to reach finish, which is at the very end, wins the game. Now, to start, each player cuts the deck, and the lowest card pulled gets to deal first. Dealing first is a good thing. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at that. I pulled a king. Can't get much higher than that. Did you set this up? Dad got a 2. Dad always wins. Always. Don't play with Dad. All right.
I'm up. How to set up play. 2 players right now. Anyway. Okay, I have to shuffle and deal cards to each player face down. 6 cards. And I set aside the deck, and we will reference that in a little while.
Okay. Okie dokie. Anything else you want to say?
Each player can order their cards in their hands from lowest to highest.
It just helps you to see the combinations a little easier from lowest to highest.
Whatever you like to do is fine.
Or whatever you like, yes, of course. Okay. Now you're going to be keeping 4 cards in your hand and discarding 2 cards. Well, did you already do that?
Yes.
Wow. Already discard 2 cards into what we call the crib. The dealer, who is Dad this time because he won the cut, will count the points in the crib at the end of the game. Now, what you want to do at the end of the hand, what you want to do is determine a combination of cards that you will keep in your hand that will get you the most points. You would look for combinations of 15. You could look for pairs, 3 of a kind, runs, that would be like 4, 5, 6, 10 Jack Queen, 10 Jack Queen King, runs of 3 or more, and that would be a point apiece. Aces are considered 1. And face cards, that would be Jack, Queen, King, are 10 points. And all the other cards are the value.
Except for tens.
Except for what?
You didn't say tens.
And 10s are 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 16 tens.
Oh, okay. Good point. Do you want to talk about that a little bit, Bob?
Okay. Strategy for keeping and discarding cards, because she has to put 2 cards in this crib, which she hasn't done yet.
Okay, I'll do that in a second.
And 5s are prized since they can be used with any of the 16 face cards and 10s. So 5 and a 10 would make 15. Make any combos of 15. For example, 8, 7, 9, 6, 3, 2, and a face card.
That's 15.
6, 8, 1, 7, 6, 2, 6, 9, 2, 4.
Those are all just examples of how to make 15. You can make 15 with 2 cards, 3 cards, whatever works.
Combos that are also straights or flushes can earn more points. Remember, dealer counts crib, chooses strategies. I don't know what that was. Anyway, she has to discard her cards.
I know, and I just want to show you, I really have not much here. And so, as you can see, I have a pair here, and don't look, please. And I don't have much else, so I'm gonna keep that pair. I don't. If it was my crib, I might throw that pair into the cribs because I'll get those points eventually when I'm a dealer. So I'm gonna keep those. I usually keep this because that way I might get a card that I can use, and it's always good. I think maybe either I guess I'll keep that because maybe I'll get something that will go with that. So I'm gonna just throw them off. I'm gonna throw in these. There you go. That's for you.
I'll show you how I did mine too. Here's the cards I was dealt with. Now, I have a run of 3, and I have a 5, and I have a face card.
I don't think they can see it.
Well, I already showed it to them.
Oops.
So I'm going to discard these 2 cards because I have more points in my hand otherwise.
Which I don't have any points.
Now, right now, the director has to.
The dealer?
I have to cut this.
Don't I have to? As the non-dealer? Oh, you will.
No, I don't.
Okay, the dealer cuts. And then I'll turn over the card that's called the cut card, and that's going to stay on top of the deck and can be used in the count.
In the cribs and in our hands, both.
All right. Now, the non-dealer, which is me this time, will lay down the first card face up and announce the value. Typically, you lay down the highest card, which I don't want to lay the king down because that's a 10. And if Daddy has a 5, then he could get 2 points. So I don't want to lay that one down. So I'm going to lay down. I'm not too crazy about laying down the 8 because he might have a 7. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with 6. 6. Let's see. Why don't we do it there? How about that?
Okay. And since I don't have a 9 and I don't have a 6, which would give me 2 points too, I'm going to put down my queen to make 16.
16. So he's pushing me closer. We're trying to get to 31. We can't go over 31. So he's at 16. So I'm going to really push him. I'm going to put down my 10, my king. That's 26.
And since he has 26 and I have a 5,
Ooh.
that gives me 31, which is worth 2 points.
31. He nailed it. So he got 31.
Now, if I only got 30, just to let you know, and she didn't have an ace, we would
Which
have
I
to
don't.
stop there. And I would have gotten 1 point, not 2. 31, anytime you hit 31 on a nose, it's 2 points.
Okay. Now we start over, which Dad went last, so now it's my turn, and I am going to lead with my 8 this time. So I'm going to say, oh, and you can turn this over so you know it started, right?
Yeah, but I think we should, no, we'll do it.
Okay. How do we get our, oh, so that's right. Don't put the cards on top of each other. So I'm going to pull back out.
Put them on your own cards.
Yeah, just put them in front of you. I just put it in the video like
The
that.
5 is mine, please.
Okay, the 5 is yours. And I had king and the 6. Okay, so you just play them in front of you, but you call it out. Okay, so now I'm going to turn those over, and I'm going to go 8.
And I'm going to go 4 for 12.
And I'm going to go 6 more is 18.
And 3 for 21, and I get a point because that's the last card.
Except I'm green. You just gave me all those points.
Well, we ain't going to give you any.
That happens all the time.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Actually, I got 3.
All right. Now, since Dad was the dealer, I count first, which is good if you're almost finishing, because if you count first, then you might get to finish first, even though the other person might have a whole bunch of points. So I'm going to count first, and you always start by counting, looking for 15s, which clearly, even counting the cut card, I don't have any combinations of 15. So I do have my original pair for 2. That's all I got in this hand this time. Not a very good hand, but I guess it's better than 0. So I got 2 points. So I move my peg up 2 points. Your turn.
Okay.
And he's going to use his 4 too.
Okay, I have the queen and a 5 for 15, 2. Then I have a run with another run in between, and I'll show you how to do that.
Can you hold that up, please?
First of all, okay, I have 3 there, and I'll take this 4 out. I have another 3 there, so that's 6, and I got 2 4s, so I got a pair for
Let's
8.
get that.
So in other words, I got 10 points on that.
That's a very typical hand for Dad. That's probably one of his lower hands. Don't ask me why. Now, seeing as he was the dealer, he also gets to count the crib
And
and
this-
use that cut card as well.
0. No 15s, no runs, no pairs.
Oh, too bad, too sad. And that's how the game plays until you get up to the finish.
And there are some other subtleties there that you will learn along the way.
Like what? What comes to mind?
The right jack,
Forgot to mention the right jack.
the heel, which is when you cut the cards.
If
If I cut the cards and Kathy pulls
here's
a
a
jack out of there, I get the 2 points.
So, okay, that's it. Yep, there's the jack.
So right now, we'll go say goodbye on December 3rd around 1:30 in the afternoon from Hamden, Massachusetts, 21 River Park Drive. A sunny day, about 40 degrees and windy. And we are saying goodbye from Director Kathy and Bob, aka Cribbage Daddy.